Started like a raindrop, raindrop, but it's already cut.
I went from Ellie Hansen to mini mansions. The girls in the Aruba doing belly dancing. Spent half of my advancing, jars from brain through my circumstances. But you know.
Today's video is a detailed transformation video, and here is my client. I met her here on YouTube. In short, she followed me. I think the first time she watched my video, she left a comment, and from there and started to inbox me. If you are watching this video, I want to say thank you so much for the patronage. Thank you so much for the encouragement, and also for like everything you do for me. Thank you so much. So guys, she's into, I'm going to leave like her contact or her email address. She's into farming. She sells chicken, she sells, let's say, animal poultry. That's what she do. So just in case you need like chicken in bulk or fish in bulk, or even like she even sells cows. So yeah, anything you need concerning animal, not everything anyway, so that you guys will not come and started asking me if she sells lion as well. So I'm just going to leave her handle in the description box below, either her Instagram handle or her Facebook handle, so that you guys, in case any of you wants to like patronize her, you can just go ahead to DM her. Okay, for this video, I advise you to watch the video from the beginning to the end, so that you don't get to miss any single part or any single step, because this video is really detailed. Is a ponytail and fringe in front, and the way I actually install the fringe is the most important. And yeah, it's very important, because you know, as you can see, she doesn't really have edges, so we are trying to achieve a hairstyle that will be able to cover up that part of her hair and give her a very nice good look.
No cry, no care.
Okay, now I'm just sectioning her hair into two portions, the front portion and then the back portion. So the front portion, which is going to be like the fringe, and then the back, which is going to be like the pony. So I'm just using a tail comb to just comb it and making it very neat, just so that I can just go ahead to box braid it. After sectioning out the front part of her hair, we just go ahead to start styling the back part, which is the ponytail part, using the black thread first to just kind of hold everything together. As I'm holding it, I'm making sure it's firm. Once I'm done with that part, we just go ahead to use the scissors to just go ahead to cut off the excess thread. Okay, now this is the hair gel I'm going to be using. It's called Petals Gel. You already know, if you're an OG, you know by now that I love this hair product, and this is the medium size. So I really like it. I like it because of the fact that it's a black gel, and also with the fact that it doesn't leave like white residue, and it doesn't leave stains on the hand or on any comb. It doesn't leave stain at all. So that's why I really like this gel. After that, we just go ahead to we just go ahead. Okay, moving on, we just start applying the gel, which is the Petals Gel, at the back. And after application, I'm just using my hand to apply it, and after application, we just go ahead to use a big brush and also a smaller brush just to penetrate down. So I'm using the brush first, just because initially I like to use comb, but since she doesn't really have hair, I'm just using brush. So after using the big brush, we just go ahead to still use the small brush, like I said before.
I'm coming for the highs and lows. I am not afraid of mistakes. Rather figure out on the way. I'm not gonna hide what I feel.
And then at this point, I'm just going to allow the hair to dry while I go ahead to start doing or installing weave in front of her hair. So I will just allow the hair to just dry on its own. I do not want to use like any heat, like a hand dryer or wall dryer.
I got my light, I no cry, no care. I'm like the
Once that is done, moving on, we just start conrolling the front part of her hair, and I'm conrolling it. I'm adding little extensions so that the hair can be able to withstand the pressure of needle and thread. I know most of you want to attack me in the comment section below the fact that I'm using a colored attachment. So this is because I do not have a black attachment or black extension to cornrow the hair, so I'm using this colored one, and I'm very sure that it will not interfere with the color at the end. That's after I finish installing the weave. I'm very sure that it won't affect the whole look. So these are the weave-ons I'm going to be using, just one pack of each. And this one, the bounce is going to be for the back, and then the Yankee is for the front. To secure or hide the last tip, I'm just using needle and thread to do so. Okay, here's the trick. If you haven't been paying attention to this video initially before, I will advise you to start paying attention to it right now, because this is the trick. This is the trick I'm going to use to sew in that is going to change the whole game. Okay, now we start the sewing underneath the braid, and for this part I also want the hair to be very full, so I'm installing like double wave. You can go ahead to install either double wave or triple wave, just depending on how good you are. But for me right now, I'm actually installing double wave because I want it to be full, and I just want it to be, I want the fullness or the quantity to be in stages. So that's why I'm actually installing double waves. Because she doesn't really have edges like her front hair, she doesn't really have front hair, with the fact that we are trying to use weave on to cover up that part, and that's why we're actually going for this style. I'm just going to start installing the weave in a U shape. This is so that the weave on will be able to cover up the front part. That part she doesn't really have hair, so that's why I'm actually sewing in a U shape, like in a very curved U shape. As I'm installing the weaves, I'm not giving any space, I'm not giving much space, I'm giving little to no space as I'm installing it, so that the hair can be very full. That's the weave in front can be really full, and so that to be able to cover up the front part and give her a very good look. And for this sewing, I'm actually doing the turnover method. When I get to the end of a particular line, we just flip it over and then continue to sew in. Just flip it over to the next line and continue to sew in the weaves. For the closing, or for me to end the sewing, we just place the last weft and then push the needle through the weft and also through the cornrow. So, and while pushing out or pulling out the needle from or the thread from the weave, I'm just making sure that it's I'm dragging it forward so that it can be very close to the beginning part of the box braid. This is so that it can give it a very neat closing. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean, but I also don't really know how I did not notice that my hands were covering the whole method or the whole look. If you want a detailed tutorial on how to do this method, you can leave a comment in the comment section below. So I'm really sorry for that, for the view. If you are not really seeing the view, if you are not really getting it, I'm so sorry. I didn't notice that my hands were actually covering the camera while I was sewing in. But like I said before, you can leave a comment in the comment section below just in case you want a detailed tutorial on how to do this method. Once that is done, we just use both scissors and razor to just go ahead to trim the hair into a fringe. Everyone, welcome back again to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's video. Hope everyone is good today. Hope we're great today. Like I said before, thank you for tuning in. I want to say thank you so much for the love in the previous hair styling tutorial or previous hair tutorial. I really appreciate every single view, every single comment, shares, and also the thumbs up, the subscription. Thank you so much. Yeah, moving over to the back side, and for the back we just stick about 2 weft or 2 weave on and just start sewing it in. But before then, what I like to do first is just to push the needle and thread through the weft first before I go ahead to push it through the box braid or cornrow. So that's how I like to start my install. I like to do this method anytime I want to install any weave on. Then after attaching it to the weave, we just make sure we do this more than once and make sure that the extension is secured, like it's secured properly on her head before I go ahead to start sewing in the remaining part of the hair. So after making sure that it's well secure, we just go ahead to start sewing, to start covering the box braid. And before I did that, or before doing that, I just fold the box braid to itself, then use needle and thread to secure it. So now I'm using the weave first to just cover the box braid that I already folded. So after that, so once I'm done covering it up, we'll just start to we'll just take the remaining part of the weave on to just, or the weft, to just start to round it to itself, or just be installing it in circles and trying as much as possible to also like cover the box braid I folded initially. Okay, so watch what I'm doing very carefully, because I'm not just taking the weave on round and round and round. There's a method I'm using for this. After taking the first weft around the box braid, instead of taking the second weft on top of the initial weft I took round, I'm just going to take that weft underneath the initial or the previous weft. Hope you guys get it. So we'll continue this way until I get to the tip of the weft.
Covering me, my heart keeps swaying non-stop, non-stop. I guess I gotta swim in the sea. I am not afraid of mistakes. Rather figure out on the way. I'm not gonna hide what I feel.
Okay, now that I'm at the end of the weft, I'm just using needle and thread to just secure it like so.
No cry, no care, got my head up, I'm almost there. Oh.
For this back portion, I used a 1 pack of bounce, Xpression bounce for the back, and while for the front portion, for the fringe in front, I use Yankee flip, Xpression Yankee flip.
Go, no monsters in a dark side, dark side. I'm coming for the highs and lows. I am not afraid of mistakes. Rather figure out on the way. I'm not gonna hide what I feel. If it's real, if it's real, I got my light out. No cry.
Yeah, here's the final look. Thank you so much for watching the video from the beginning to the end. Hope it was helpful, and hope you're able to learn 1 or 2 things from this video. Please, if you did, do not forget to give the video a big thumbs up, share the video to friends and family, leave a comment in the comment section, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Stay blessed. Bye.
I got my light, light, ain't no cry, no